Good afternoon and surprise. This is Cliffyland's Global Cooking Challenge. We are doing the prep right now for tonight's dinner. So this is part one of two parts that we're doing today. Tonight we are cooking night 2 of Tunisia. We're making a chicken and onion tagine. Niels, hello, greetings. Glad to hear you're okay. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the restream. Hello. Tricky day. It's been a tricky time, but I hope everyone's doing okay. And we are going to be making our marinade for our chicken, which we'll be cooking in 4 hours after we finish our marinade here. Okay. Well, glad that you were able to go to work and life is trying to be normal. So here we are. So we're in a little bit of a hurry. I think I cleaned off that lens. Okay, so we are going to get crack-a-lack in here and working on our marinade for our chicken. So again, it's a really odd time for me to be doing this, but need to do this now so I can go marinate this and then I can go run and come back. And I'm sorry I look like crap, but you know, it's been a day. So we're going to start off by making our spice paste for this. And for that, I need to get 6 cloves of garlic smashed. Smashy. So we have our, I need to hone my knife, not that I'm really using it right now for much of anything. But 6 cloves of garlic. So we're going to make a spice paste. Did you see the new Apple Watch bands? Yes, I did. They look nice. I think I'll stick with the ones that I have, considering the prices on that. I did update the watch. Not that it's, you know, an important thing, you know, today, of all days. But 2, let's say 3, 4, 5. Let's take all of this. When I updated my watch, it kind of killed it. They were going to give me a replacement, and then like about an hour, no, not an hour, like 5 hours later in the middle of the night, it magically got better. Hello, Paul, greetings. But like I said, not really an important thing today. So we're going to, let's see now, how did it say? This recipe, by the way, is coming from Savour, where they have... I picked this one specifically because, as you may or may not have noticed, we didn't get to do night 2 on Sunday because there was stuff happening in the real world over here that prevented that from happening. However, we have company for tonight. Going to eat now, maybe see you later this evening. Great! We'll be starting at 6 p.m., just as scheduled. Lydia, hello, thank you for the like and the restream. Sorry I wasn't on your stream today. Like I said, things have been complicated over here, but we are getting through it. So, we, like I said, we have guests coming, or a guest coming. So lovely to see you, Lydia, for dinner. And I had thought of making a different dish for Sunday. However, that didn't happen. Schweidenfleisch. Schweidenfleisch. Is that like, that sounds like almost a German word, but it's probably a Dutch word. Or a Flemish word. What's the word? Schadenfreude? Different concept, I'm sure. DBDBD. So, yes, we have guests. I was going to do this other dish, which would have been interesting, and I would have thought of doing it for tonight. However, the dishes from Savour, the recipes tend to be like really spectacular and really great, even if they're a lot of work. Whereas the other dish that I found, not only didn't, you know, I find there were no reviews for it or anything, it would have involved substituting a key ingredient. That other dish, in case you're curious, would have been a quince, Q-U-I-N-C-E, quince. However, in Europe, wherever they'd get them from, quince from here, they're not in season until fall. and it is not fall. It is March right now. In case you're wondering, and you're watching this from the future, it is March 22nd of 2016, which is a difficult day, but we're going to get through it. Tunisia, yes. This is supposed to be 5 cloves of garlic, 6 cloves of garlic, but I have some tiny cloves, so, you know, I'm making it work. Paul, your connection went funny. Glad to hear it's back. My hands got all sticky in that process. One moment. Okay, so we're gonna make a paste out of these. So let me get my salt, which is going to be how much? 1 whole tablespoon of salt. So, like I said, if you've known me for any amount of time, you know that the thing I hate to do is stuff the night before. Second thing I hate the most is things, in terms of cooking, is stuff where I have to, you know, cook something for hours and hours ahead of time. And this would be one of those times. So I have no choice, gotta do this. So I'm gonna take this salt and I'm gonna pour it over the garlic, and then we're going to mash it into a paste. Yeah, they're updating the mass by me. The mass? You're gonna have to fill me in on that. The mass? Updating the mass? Not sure what you mean there. So we're smashing this into a paste, which is gonna be in the chicken. Never done this before, so we're all learning together. Make a garlic salt, in essence, without spreading it all over the creation. How you doing otherwise? Is life being okay with you despite the world being what it is? Meanwhile, we have in general news, we have plans afoot for big operation on this end involving the food. Yes, the signal receiver. Ah, I see. Well, that would interfere with stuff. But making plans here for big plans to do something big. If out there in the world anyone has experience or knowledge, particular knowledge or experience, and cares to, you know, chip in with advice on matters of publishing and the law, that would be a good networking thing to have. Just putting it out into the universe there. But meanwhile, we are making our garlic paste. This is actually coming along. The garlic is absorbing the salt here. So we're making a smashy paste of salt and garlic. So that is what is happening there. But anyway, this chicken tagine is now, you know what, while I do this, I might as well read you something interesting, which will explain a little about all of this that we're doing in terms of this week, because there is a linguistic issue vis-a-vis tagine. So I'm going to read you from a particular page called Global Gourmet. It will explain that there are 2 different words that mean stew in Morocco. A stew is called the tagine, T-H-A-I-N, but in Tunisia, a stew is called the maracca. In Tunisia, a tagine is not a stew, but a word for a kind of omelet. The Italians have the same kind of omelet, which they call a frittata. The Spanish have this too. They call their omelet a tortilla. It never means a never means a flatbread in Spain, a word for Mexicans used not for an omelet, but for a kind of flatbread. And to complicate matters further, English-Arabic dictionary translates maraca as both a kind of a broth or a sauce, but more accurately is what the French call an étouffée, a slow-cooked covered stew containing a very little fat or liquid. Although I call it a ragout, since it's a word I believe readers are most familiar with. The tagine of Morocco is nearly identical to the French étouffée. The word tagine, although referring to either the stew or the omelet, actually is the name of the shallow earthenware pan that both the stew and the omelet are cooked in, and that word derives from the Greek teganon, meaning frying pan. By the way, safarjal means quince. So I hope you caught all that. So basically we're making a tagine. Hello, Ismail. Greetings, salam. Hope everyone is happy and okay in your world. But that's what the deal is, because what we're making is a chicken and onion tagine, but the word tagine means different things in different languages. So that's what I was getting at in that regard. But now I believe we successfully accomplished our garlic paste here. And so with that done, we're going to transfer this to a bowl. And it's going to be a large bowl because it's going to hold everything like that. So let's get this all in there. Scrapey, scrapey. Get all of it. This is very greasy because all the oils have come out of the garlic cloves. And might as well dump all of it in there too, since it's all going to wind up in the same place anyway. Get all the salt. So like I said, this is going to marinate for 4 hours. Oh, the thing that I brought up about the quince was that I was going to make a dish on Sunday involving quince, but quince is not in season here in North America or Europe. So it said otherwise to use green, as in unripe pears. And I thought I'd do that, but then like drama happened and I couldn't cook on Sunday, so here we are. So we've transferred our paste to a bowl, and now we're going to add in a few more things that thankfully I have nearby. So let's grab those. Right here are spices that are going to go into our bowl. So we need cumin seeds, and I need 2 teaspoons of the cumin seeds, but I need to crush them. Crush them. 2 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. So that's 1. Just enough, it looks like. How about all of you? That will be it for our cumin seeds. Okay, so we're going to crush them a little bit. So if you hadn't figured it out, we're working on a book. Working on plans for a book, but with a very, very special someone. We're gonna see how that works. It should be very, very exciting though, so stay tuned. And this is gonna factor into phase 2 of the challenge as well, because once we hit Zimbabwe in July, we're gonna have to start working on phase 2, and then we're gonna go back around the world again, so you'll get to see Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Andorra, etc. So we've crushed our very odorific cumin seeds. Hello, Jody. Greetings. Hello. So now we're going to... I need to take pictures. If you're wondering why I take pictures, they are for the blog. The blog is at clippyland.com. You can find links to the original recipes, videos, pictures of everything along the way, links to the videos so you can see what you missed if you feel like it. Reviews, information about the country, etc., etc., etc. So we've added our cumin seeds. Now we're going to add a teaspoon of paprika to this. And, you know, it's funny, I have a watch and I still wind up turning around to look at the clock. Imagine. And I was going through so much trauma thinking my watch was dead last night. Okay, so we're adding 1 teaspoon of paprika. This is General Smoked paprika. I do have Hungarian hot paprika, but I'm not using it in this case. Okay, to the paprika, we're going to be adding a teaspoon of turmeric, or turmeric, or however you want to pronounce it, turmeric, which is coming up over here. What are you doing? Hello, Paul. I am making the marinade. It's going to marinate the chicken for 4 hours. So we're going to marinate the chicken, leave, and then come back in 4 hours. Start the actual stream at 6 o'clock, and then you'll see us actually making the chicken and onion tagine from Tunisia. This will be our second dish of Tunisia. Our first dish we did on Saturday night, in case you missed it. It's up on our YouTube channel. Just search for Cliffyland. Go to YouTube/Cliffyland. Subscribe there if you would. That would be great. There we made a chicken couscous, which I very well had it for that night, had it for leftovers yesterday, gonna have some more tonight. So that came out quite well. Greetings, Mark Love. Ni hao? Ni hao. I think. I thought that was Chinese. Okay, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Olive oil, olive oil, olive oil, olive oil, olive oil, olive oil. Thanks, you're welcome, Paul. How are things where you are? You're in, Rhode Island, was it? If I'm not mistaken. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Tablespoons. Boy, my hands are very unsteady. Not make a good surgeon today. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of olive oil going to be stirred in. Hello. I'm tempted by the new iPad. Be a better camera for this too. 2 and 3. And the new phones. I think the husband's going to want the... No, I know he wants the new phone because I gave him my last 6S, no, my 6 Plus rather, and he says that's too big for him. He doesn't enjoy it, so we'll trade that in. Should be a wash from the UK. Oh, Paul. Okay, sorry. I must have gotten you confused with someone else. But thank you again. I just see the handles. I'm trying to remember. But so you're near Leicester. So you're near the one near Leicester, like Leicester Square, Leicester. I think. I hope I'm right. Okay, so we're gonna stir stuff together. What am I gonna stir it with? Okay, with you. So we're gonna stir this whole paste together. Oh my, that smells. That has a very nice aroma. I did not expect that. From the garlic and the cumin, it's very fragrant, and the turmeric and the paprika and the olive oil. So now that we've stirred that all up, you're in London. Ah, you live in London. Okay. Let's see. What time is it in London right now?
The time in London, England is 5:41 p.m.
Good evening. So you drive, end of your workday, driving home from work or something. Okay, we're going to use chicken thighs and drumsticks here, just about for this very second. So these are bone-in, skinless chicken drumsticks and chicken thighs. Okay, so we got our chicken thighs, bone-in. 2, 3, 4. One moment, please. And our chicken drumsticks. Technically, there should be 4. I think there's more than that in here. I think we'll be okay. Open sesame. Okay, drumsticks 1, drumsticks 2, drumsticks 3. Yep, I was right there, 5. I wasn't going to make a big deal about it and have the guy split the package just for that. Okay, I need to, yes, we're driving home from, oh wow, okay, from work actually. See, I got good guess. Okay, I'm going to wash this. I'm going to be right back. I'll be right over there. Want to avoid the salmonella. Avoid the salmonella whenever possible. Okay. Save the liver! Save the liver! Oh dear, I've got the chickens out of my hands. Which is kind of silly that I'm going through the motions here because I need to cover this all evenly. So here we go. So you're driving home from work. Wow, so you're in the car. Are you like on public transport? Or I hope you're not looking at the road and watching Meerkat at the same time. That would be scary. I see people meerkatting or periscoping while they're driving, and it always kind of scares me. Because I see all the craziness on the road here. It is very scary. Well, things are scary everywhere. That had to get really loud all of a sudden. That's really great. And I can't turn the volume down because my hand's full of chicken right now, so I apologize for that. But it won't be long because we're almost done. Which is good because I need to go run. I have a lot of pent-up frustration to get out onto the pavement, so I'm going to go do that. But now that we have covered our chicken with the marinade, ta-da, thusly, now my eyes are on the road just listening to you. Ah, okay, good. Okay, so we have our chicken there that we have tossed. Let me wash my hands. My hands are orange now! Oh no! The turmeric all over my hands. Okay, now that my hands are clean, we're going to cover this, but first I need to take a picture. Take a picture of you, focus, and we're going to cover this with our lovely Charles Vianson silicone lily pads, except no substitutes. I get no money for this. Charles Vianson, look, Google them. Silicone lily pads, they're wonderful. They usually work when I don't lift too fast. Okay. There we go. See? Magic. So, Jackie, thank you for the like, but now I need to run. So this is going to marinate in the fridge for 4 hours. I'm going to put it in now if I can find the room. Ah, no room! Make room! Okay, so that's going to be in the fridge for 4 hours, so come back again at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and you can subscribe to the stream. Hopefully it's still up there, and doing this didn't 86 that. But subscribe to that. You'll see it. I'll be starting at either 5:30 or 6, depending, but it's scheduled for 6. And then we'll go through the rest of making this chicken and onion tagine, and that won't be nearly so loud. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just keep watching, and hopefully it will flow right into the next one. So thanks again. Subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Tumblr, cliffyland.com. Follow, like, everything. See you later. Good evening. Welcome or welcome back, whichever way you wish to look at it, to Cliffyland's Global Cooking Challenge. Tonight, we are cooking the food of Tunisia. We work our way through all 193 UN member states in our 4-year Learn to Cook Challenge. This is week and country number 177 of 193. This is night 2, the second and final night of cooking the food of Tunisia. tonight we are going to be cooking a chicken and onion tagine. Hello, love you back. Ni hao. But Tunisia is located in North Africa, right there. Capital is Tunis on the Mediterranean, south of Sardinia and Sicily, between Algeria and Libya. And tonight we are doing a tagine, and we're doing it for two. So this tagine is a one-pot dish. We don't have an actual tagine, as in the food vessel. There's tonight, so let's see how that goes. Maybe you can fit in here to get a better view. Incidentally, I've mentioned this before, that we will be eventually doing a simulcast on Periscope, where hopefully, if I can get the rig all set up, you'll get a better bird's eye view. There won't be comments that to be seen. Hello, Paul. Hello again. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. You got to see both parts of this. So first step here is hold on. Let me get my world together here. So I know where I am. Heating up the pot. El Chaca 89. Angel Castro. Hello, greetings, hola, saludos. To one and all. We are heating up our pot. Should be on a medium-high heat. We are here, okay. Medium-high heat, and we're going to heat up our 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. Okay, and here, and away we go. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. This time I can see, oh, that's good. Oh, because you were in the car before. Yes, well, that's handy. So, heating up this, we have our tongs for this. And it's time to get the chicken out of the fridge, where it's been marinating for 4 hours. Imagine. The marinade, we did, like I said, we did it before 4 hours ago. God, our lighting is really weird. Really apologize for that, but it's daylight too. So let's get you a better look at that. Heck. So that right there is our chicken, which has been sitting in the marinade. Marinade made of garlic cloves, smashed with salt, and then cumin seeds, paprika, turmeric, and olive oil. And these are bone-in chicken thighs and bone-in drumsticks. So that's what that is. So we're heating this up here. I'm so thirsty. I just came. Hello, Lydia. So lovely to see you again. Make my day. You nice people. Make everything better. Considering how crazy the world is. Little break. I'm sorry, I'm hydrating here while I wait for the pot to warm up. We are going to sear the chicken on all sides, and we're going to do this in batches. So it doesn't crowd the pan, which is a thing I tend to do a whole lot. In case you are new to this, this is all part of my 4-year experiment in learning to cook, about cooking a dish or dishes from a different country in alphabetical order, 1 country a week, until we get to Zimbabwe, which will be in July. We're only 15 weeks away. So we're taking our oil, and we are our drumsticks, working in batches. And I think there were four drumsticks. Okay. Ta-da! Emily, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for the restream. So we are taking, this is our chicken and onion tagine, and we are going to let this sear for about 10 minutes on each side. So we're going to go for about 5 minutes and we're going to flip it. So that's 8, say 13. So medium-high heat, which on this non-stick is tricky, but good, thanks, just exhausted. Yeah, it's been a day, and you're closer to the day it's been. In this personal world, it's been wacky the last few days. As I mentioned during the stream I did earlier today on the marinade, I planned on doing a dish on Sunday, but that was not to be. We've had real life things happening over here. So down to 2 nights this week. My apologies to the fine people of Tunisia. Clifton, thank you for the restream. Greetings. Okay, so while that cooks, I am going to move you back over because we got a little bit of prep work to do, not a whole lot. Actually, surprisingly little. So I figured I could do it in the time, working and stuff. Yes, yeah, I know. Yeah. Next on Six Sad World. But we are forging ahead. So, okay, we're going to take an onion. We're going to take several onions. We need 4 onions, actually. 4 medium yellow onions. Let me go grab them over here. Hold on. Getting out my onions. 1 big one and 3 smaller ones, because that's what I happen to get. 1, 2, 3. It's nice to be able to do an entire recipe and not have to worry, because we have company this time. Yay! Is we are going to charge the phone. Gonna quarter these. That's all we're gonna do. So we're gonna have these quarters of onions. That are gonna go in to the dish later. These are your regular yellow onions. Thankfully not having to be sliced or diced, just quartered. This one seems awful big. I'm making that a little smaller. See, if Justin was here, he could translate. Maxima, thank you for the like. Okay, so we've got this. We've got our onions just ready to go, and we'll put this over there by the chicken. Oh, I said I was going to take pictures, didn't I? I need to do that. Saving the food like I am. Oh, that's very sweet. I don't remember your name. Jordan. Thank you. Okay, must take pictures. Before I forget, by the way, did you take cooking classes? No, I never did. That if you go back to the blog, like I said, at cookieland.com, you'll see how I couldn't boil water when I started. I was totally freaked out by every single thing that it told me to do. And I had like major panic attacks. I have OCD, which is an anxiety disorder, so I was really freaking out. But I managed to do it. I did take 1 day of 1 cooking class, which was kind of a waste of time. Let me go take pictures of that real quick, and, well, you know, I'll take you with me. Bella, by the way, thank you for liking the restream. And Ellie, it is Ellie, hello, yes. I saw you there, thank you for the restream. Okay, we're moving back over. I've got to take a couple pictures. Take a look at the chicken in there, if you can see it. Okay. Pictures are for the blog, by the way. The blog is at cliffyland.com. Follow on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, of course, at cliffyland. And the blog is Tumblr. It's on Tumblr. And also now we're on YouTube. So you may be watching this on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be really neat. Ow. So we're flipping this. I too have terrible boiling water skills. Yeah. Well, as I said before, I actually set water on fire before when I was in college. I didn't know how I did it. Now I know how I did it. But then it was a mystery to me because I just took a pot of water and I set it to boil, and then I sat down. I was going to make some spaghetti, which is about, you know, as complicated as I could get. And that was not a good deal. It was, I turned around and sat down and watched Guiding Light, and I came back, and the pot, there was flames coming out of the pot, and then it burned the lamp up here, and the plastic, and it melted and fell in, and that went on fire. So I did lots of bad stuff. Who is giving me these nice compliments here? Maxima. Thank you. Borucha. Thank you. Very much. Phosphorus. LOL. No, I figured out what happened was that oil from whatever had been in the pot before, since I was, you know, young, stupid, college student, and, you know, something of a pig now, I think back and I get grossed out. I probably didn't wash the pot as well as I should have. So it probably just picked up the oil that was residue in the pan, and that's what was burning. In case you're wondering how the magic happens. See, now I understand these things. Then, I did not. Woe is me for that. Okay, let's see if I can get you any closer. That's a little better. I need more water. I did 10 miles today. Yay! That's maybe my last day of nice weather. My very last day of nice weather in South Florida for the winter. Our winter, which lasts like a week. Anne Marie, greetings. Oh, Canada. Eh. Yep, I've set many things on fire in the kitchen. LOL. Yes. It was a regular fire hazard. I was. I'm surprised I didn't burn the entire complex down then. I did one stupid thing where I had a candle, the decorative candle, you know, about that big, that round. I had it in the thing, and I paid, you know, a stupid amount of money for it. And then the wick kind of went into the candle, as it does. I'm gonna give this one more minute. And not wanting to lose the yes, Anne Marie gets it. Didn't want to lose the money that I spent for the candle because the wick went in, so I took a match and I shoved it in, tried to make another wick, and then that didn't work, and I took another, and then I ran out of matches, and I looked at the matchbook cover, and the whole candle started melting very quickly. So then I took paper towels and I put it around the base to soak up all the wax that was dripping very fast onto the counter, and then the wax in the paper towels came on fire. There was a big fire in the kitchen, and then I put a towel over it, and then the towel kind of burned a hole in the towel, but it did put out the fire. I was very stupid. I was very stupid. Okay. So we have gotten this all nice and seared. Ouch, I nearly burned my apartment down almost the same way. Oh well, see, there you go. Like mine's. Okay, so we're taking you out, setting this all aside. Come back, baby. Agafra. Okay. Sushi, don't be so loud. Okay, we're just putting this out onto a bowl. It's a plate, but I'm doing it in a bowl. Oh my, yes. Oh my, indeed. Okay, so I'm gonna lower the heat on this just down because in my babbling I didn't finish. Oh my, chicken. Yes, the chicken looks delish. Yummy. That was in a marinade for 4 hours, so it should be quite good. Cliffy did not accomplish his prep task in time here. So while that sits there for a bit, I need to do that. I need to take a couple lemons. Let me clean this off here and clean my knife. I'll be right back. But we have a venture happening. An exciting venture. Phase 2 should be fun. Phase 2, once we hit Zimbabwe, we're going to do Puerto Rico, we're going to go on vacation, and we're going to come back, we're going to do some territories, and then we're going to start all over again. And with more. Like I said, we'll do some territories before we actually, kick off round 2. But then afterwards, stay tuned. It should be fun. I will take what I've learned and put it to work. Lemon. I need to take 1 lemon. Lemon! Oh my, we have lots of lemons. That's not a lemon anymore. Come back, hold on. Where are you? Okay, there we go. Lemon! Are you using the oil that's left in the pot, Hector? Yes, should I not? When will HGTV give you a show? Yeah, the entire world wants a cooking show. There's an entire website dedicated to everyone wanting a cooking show. So, we've got our own. When will you... Yes, you already asked that question. Okay, lemon, thinly sliced, crosswise, removing the seeds. So that's crosswise. I'm assuming that's like this. Okay. Somewhere in here we'll get the seeds out. So Hector, tell me if that's a bad idea. I mean, I just lowered the temperature on there for a bit because I've been babbling. But yes, I'm going to reuse that oil. I think there's going to be more oil put in there. But did not say anything about cleaning out the saucepan or anything in between, so... Your rock, so keep it always enjoyable. Thank you. Just curious if you needed all of it or some of it. Does the recipe say? No, it just says to take the chicken out and then put the other stuff in. But since I was talking, I didn't have the other stuff to put in. So, and I don't know where the damn seeds went, which is just as well. Oh, there they are. So, I will lose you. So these are thin slices of lemon, only 1 lemon, losing the seeds that are still there. Let's move this back over, wash my hands, and we move on to phase 2. Ta-da! Tammy's in love. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the restream. Okay, back over here. Don't fall in. Okay, there's our pot. And we've got our onions and our lemon, and now we need our saffron. Right here. It's supposed to be 1 teaspoon of crushed saffron threads. However much this is, it's going to be, I'm going to declare it 1 teaspoon. It seems like it's close enough. The apron helps make the show even cooler. Yeah, well, that's thanks to the fine folks at the Funky Fairy. They're not on here that much anymore, but they still rock. At meerkattees.com, I assume they have the URL still. But the Funky Fairy, they are all online. Your embroidery needs, they do backpacks and t-shirts and stuff with your logo and your meerkat and your Snapchat and your Periscope and what have you on it. So they are super great. Okay, so here we've got our saffron threads. And if I can figure out how to use both hands and take a picture. We're gonna do that. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Saffron threads, and then we're gonna add the onions. Okay, onions, right hand, left hand. Onions going in. Sorry about the white balance. And then we're gonna season with salt and pepper. And then we're going to cook it until it's soft, which is to be about 15 minutes. And this did not specify the heat. I'm going to go with, it was kind of on a low simmer. I'm going to go with a low medium now. I lowered it because of the, while I was waiting to slice my lemons. Now, the marinade, if you didn't join us, was 4 hours ago. The Funky Fairy, MeerkatTeas.com. Get yourself an apron, folks. They are really great. I miss them. I see them on Snapchat. And when they have streams on here, though, I always happens to be like, you know, when I'm in the middle, when I'm sleeping or something, which is a drag. But anyway, the, ¿cómo se dice? I love here, love pink hair. I don't have guts to do it. I love it. 45, right? Yeah. Uy, Dios mío, tan cansado. I did a stream earlier today, around 2 p.m., where I took the chicken, and that was in the marinade. So the chicken is sitting here if you're just joining us for our chicken tagine. It was in a marinade of garlic and salt mashed together. And what is the dish name, by the way? It is specifically a chicken and onion tagine. And there's a complicated thing about what is a tagine. The word tagine can mean different things to different people in different countries and different places. It is the name of the vessel, which is not this. It looks like a dome on the top and earthenware. It's made out of clay. It's also a word for dishes cooked in that, but in Morocco, it's the name for a certain dish, which is called a different thing in Tunisia, which is called a frittata in some countries, or tortilla in Spain, but a tortilla in Mexico is neither of those things, is, you know, a piece of flatbread. So, what is a tagine? So we're going to slowly let these really soften for 15 minutes. So, kind of doing a nice job there. The last dish I did that wasn't just the sauce, the harissa, that I did on Saturday, which I'm gonna have to find some use for because it's in the fridge. Called for, what country was that? I don't even remember now. But it called for the onions to be slowly softened. And they came out just perfect. That was the key to everything. What the heck dish was that? It was with the chickpeas. It was last week. Was it 2 weeks ago? Couldn't have been last week. Couldn't have been Saturday. I am so messed up and dehydrated. I've been thinking about so many different things. But like I said, launching, the initial stages of launching a project with a very special someone, which should be very exciting. Trying to get the ducks in a row, need help from all manner of professionals. So, but it should be exciting. We'll talk about that as details emerge. But right now we're doing this. We are having company, in case you did not hear me mention. A work colleague of the husband's is coming to dinner. Had heard about the food thing and had been eager to try it. And so, hey, can I come to dinner? I said, yeah, sure, we have lots of food. At this rate, you'll have a restaurant in the year that's 5 stars. That is very sweet of you, but no. Yeah. Restaurants are a whole thing. When I started and I took that one cooking class that I mentioned, which was really no help at all, I mentioned it before, that I was somewhere in the letter B, so that's how early I was in the process. I saw that there's a culinary school about half an hour from here, and, you know, it's one of those for-profit schools that people spend their lives in student debt to go to and stuff. But I knew that they had a weekend course on every different things. Every Saturday was a different topic. And I wanted basic knife skills, and they did that one twice a year, and I had just missed one of the times, so I had to wait months. And when I finally got in, and I had to call and call and call and call and hunt on their website, and it was just the hardest thing to find. You know, I paid, and I had to call and call and call and harass people to make sure that, you know, I was registered, which is not good business practice. And when I finally went, they had somebody there telling us for the first entire half of the day of how to make a bread pudding, which is not basic knife skills, unless you call slicing a piece of bread a knife skill. And half the time he spent talking about, where does vanilla come from? And I knew it came from an orchid, and he was just all excited that someone knew that. And I'm thinking, yeah, I know, I'm a know-it-all. But back to the knife skills, please. So that was kind of a waste of money. So you got stuck cooking for the other half's work friend. You are generous. Happy to. I want more people to come have the food. And lately it's been happening. You know, I guess I've complained about it and so much because so many of you kind people are like, hey, I'd love to have that. It looks really good. And I'm like, I wish you were here. I could give it to you. Because our real life friends, many of them, not all of them, but many of them are very, very, you know, picky eaters. Bread pudding is boring, right? Well, it's tasty. And it did teach me one thing. It taught me that the very first thing you learn in cooking school is how to make a bread pudding. So when I see on Top Chef someone makes a bread pudding, I'm thinking, really? That's the one thing that I learned, and I couldn't boil water, so... It was a tasty bread pudding. I have the recipe. I need more water. Okay, what am I doing here? Speaking of water, I have 5 more minutes on here to let this soften. I'm going to get more water in here. That's going to go in the pot in a little bit. So we're just softening our onions right now. There's going to be a lot of killing time part here, just to let you know. Because once the chicken goes in and it gets going, there's only going to be like 2 things for me to do while it cooks. But anyway, but our real life friends, some of them are like, oh, I don't eat pork, or I don't eat, you know, I'm gluten-free, you know, for a good reason, not for, you know, a trendy reason. You inspired me to get back in the kitchen and try to learn Meerkat Magic. There you go. How are you? Tammy, I'm okay. It's been... In the world, it's been difficult. In my world, it's been difficult. So, which is why I didn't cook on Sunday. But we're, you know, forging ahead. It's life. So, therapeutic cooking Tunisian food. You can smell the saffron. You can smell the saffron in there. As the onions slowly soften for another 4 minutes. 4 minutes, get more water. Drinking water. How are you doing? How is everyone coping? Did you have a decent day despite the madness? I got on my frustrations on the pavement. I got to run 10 miles, so I love kitchen. Me too, I love kitchen. Well, thank you. Borcha is here at 7. Borcha, where are you? I am curious. Yummy. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, thank you for your thoughts, Tammy. Is everything going to be okay? Best wishes for sure. Yeah, well, it's, it's the way life goes. Tammy says I'm doing okay-ish. Yes, my day is good. Good to hear it. I like seeing your snaps, by the way, Tammy. We're Snapchat friends. If you want to be my Snapchat friend, follow me on Twitter. I will follow you back, and you can DM me, and I will DM you my Snapchat name. It's the one thing that I don't have at Cliffyland, because I didn't think to do it. I'm getting more water. I'm very, very thirsty. But at least, hey, we had nice weather today, so I can't complain about that. It was nice and breezy in the 70s. I hardly ran into anybody on the sidewalk, or tripped over any dog leashes, or banged into any surfboards, or accidentally knocked over any old people. It's always a risk. I did almost hit a kind of a clueless girl, but not like on purpose, but she didn't know how to get out of the way. She's like, oh, I'll just stand here. You snap. I'll have to check it out. Thank you. I love your Snapchats too. Yes, I only snap, when something interesting is happening when we're out, which isn't that often. And I figure people get bored looking at the cat. I could just snap the cat the whole time. The cat who never makes an appearance here because he's always afraid of all the noise and wondering why I'm talking to myself. I'm not the one whose connection sucks. Try force quitting and starting again. That's all I can suggest. But see what other people think. Luis, do you skateboard? No, I do not. I was one time. Yes, I run. So. I do. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Good luck. Yes, I run. I don't run very fast. I figure I'm not, chasing a record, and I'm not a kid. So I'm not worried. But so people pass me. I rarely pass other people. Stacy, thank you much for the follow. Thank you very much. You skateboard. Well, that is very cool. I see lots of skateboarders out there. I'm sure it's very confusing as to what to where to go. Do you go on the sidewalk? Do you go in the street? I mean, it's complicated. But all the skateboarders I've been on the sidewalk, they've all been, polite and good, and that's more than I can say for people walking or on bicycles or whatever. So there you go. Danny, thank you for the restream. Hope things are okay where you are. We're returning the chicken to the pot. This time we're putting all of it back in. Hold on, let me take it out. Don't think I took a picture of these all softened and nice like that. Okay. Stacy, thank you for the like. So one more time. Chicken, back in bowl, being returned to the saucepan. This, except for the fact this doesn't use vinegar, this so far feels very much like a traditional Puerto Rican dish, which I'm used to, which is one of the only things I ever attempted to make in my 30-year hiatus from the kitchen. Danny, no problem, we'll still be here. Stacy, thank you, Stacy. Danny, hey. Okay, now that we've added the chicken to the pot, we're going to add. Did I take a picture of that? No, I did not. Okay, chicken back in pot. Focus. I really want to get the new iPad Pro, the smaller one. It should be wild with the live photos. You can see the stuff actually fall in. Not that you'd be able to see it on the pot, on the blog rather. We're adding a cup of water here. Cup of water. Cup of water. There you go. And after we have the cup of water, we are turning it to medium-low. And we are going to cover it. You know, let me... Medium-low. Then we're going to cover it and let it... I can't really get the onions up. Here we go. I don't know how big a... I mean, this is the size saucepan it was suggesting anyway, so... Okay. So one more time. We're going to cover it, need to get the lid. Get the lid out. If I can find it. Oh my goodness. I just remembered something. This is not the lid. Where is my lid? Well, lid, where are you? Is this you? Yes, it's you. So cover that and let it cook for 40 minutes. So, can you recap what's in the pot? Yes, Hector, gladly. So we have the chicken that we marinated, which are bone-in, skinless chicken thighs and bone-in, skinless chicken drumsticks. They're about 4 piece. We marinated those for 4 hours in a mixture, in a marinade that was garlic paste, which is garlic smashed with salt, and then crushed cumin seeds, paprika, turmeric, and olive oil. And that was sort of, you know, coated the chicken. It was in the fridge for 4 hours, and then I went out and I went for a run, and I came back, and then we heated up the oil in the pan, and then we put in our olive oil and our onions and our saffron, and we let that soften for about 15 minutes, and then we just now added in the chicken, which we had taken out earlier. Oh, I skipped that part. Back up. We had heated up the oil. We had, in batches, seared the chicken for about 10 minutes a batch, turning it over one time. Then we took out the chicken, and then we added the onions and the saffron, letting it soften. Now we've added the chicken back to the pot with the sliced, thinly sliced lemons. So that is in there, and that's going to cook on a medium-low for 40 minutes. So, oh, and we seasoned with salt and pepper in there too, incidentally. So I've added water, and I'm going to let that go. Meanwhile, now I need to go to our rice cooker. We're going to cook up some rice in the rice cooker. It generally takes about half an hour. So, yeah, it should be okay. Because I take about 10 minutes. Sorry about the wiggling. It'll stop in a minute. Earthquake! Let me clean this off. I'll be right back. And once it is cooking, which will kind of now, we're going to prep the things that are going to be on dressing it, which are going to be 2 simple items, nothing fancy, but it should give it a really nice flavor. But I do need to get that rice cooking before I forget. I am thinking, I have long grain rice, I have... Bella says, Miss Lydia's show. I missed Lydia's show today. I was not feeling well. So, but I'm better now. Okay, rice cooker. Rice cooker. I'm being followed by a rice cooker. Rice cooker, rice cooker. This was like the greatest gift from the folks. It really was. So I'm thinking... I've got long grain, I've got jasmine, and Not enough basmati. So we're gonna go with Jasmine. Princess Jasmine, Tunis, is that cultural appropriation? I don't know. Just wondering. Yoko Loco. What? Thank you for the like and the restream. So we're going to go with 2 cups. 2 cups of rice. Because there are 3 of us eating. For one time, there's going to be 3 of us. Oh my goodness. Weird part is the fancy plates, I only have 2 of them. We never thought to get more because we didn't think people would be coming on the nights I'd be cooking. Didn't know people wanted to be guinea pigs. The tide has turned. We have guests. This is like what, the 4th or 5th time now. Before Meerkat, we had guests for Ecuador, who came back again recently when I cooked Gali G. What was it? I don't remember. I feel really bad I don't remember. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Something. And then we had guests for Saudi Arabia, which came out okay. This is 2 cups of water. We're going to put 4 cups of water in order before we're done. Will you continue to do the cooking after you're done in the countries? Good question, Paul. Yes, we have a plan for round 2, phase 2. Joe Guy Paris, thank you for the like and the restream. And Kenneth, thank you for the like. Yes, we have a big plan for phase 2. After we finish Zimbabwe, which is the 193rd country, our final UN member state, going to be doing, could be going on vacation. Going to be doing Puerto Rico, since it's not a UN country, it's an American territory of sorts. And since that's where I'm from. And then doing a collection of non-UN countries, sovereign states / territories, controversial places, whatever. So we'll be getting to places like Western Sahara and Kosovo and Taiwan and Vatican City and Palestine and maybe Tibet. So, we're going to see. It should be, interesting. And I hope I don't get yelled at too much. I like the smell of jasmine rice. The basmati rice smells like rats to me. Interesting. If you, see, I'm going to have to turn this on. Turn on. It works best when it's turned on. Yeah. Cook. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there. I don't know. Basmati, I feel really dumb that, I've had it a bunch of times, but I don't feel that I've gotten that much of a scent from it. I probably do, but I'm just not registering it. What I have done, I don't know whether it's something you would like or not, and I don't know where you are, geographically speaking. There's a thing, Kilo Bravo, that is called the screw pine. It's a tree. We have one outside. I didn't know what it was when I moved in. And then when I got to cook Indonesia, I found out that you can take the leaves. You can buy them frozen. But it turned out they're outside, so I just chopped them off. And then I, take the rough edges off, clean it off, of course, tie it up, put it in with the rice. When I cook the rice has this great scent, floral scent, which is phenomenal. If you don't like the scent, then it's not phenomenal. Yes, thank you. I am very excited to be doing phase 2. But like I said, we're going to do the in-between time is when we do the and the rest countries, territories, etc. Afterwards, we officially launch round 2. It doesn't have an official name yet, but stand by for that. But here's how that's going to work, since we have some time. I do it, but it triggers the scent in my head. Huh, interesting. People have different reactions to things. Anyway, after I do the territories, and round 2 is officially launched, round 2 is going to be 1 to 3 nights, just like we do now, every week. And one night will be A to Z again. So you'll get to see Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Andorra, Afghanistan, etc. And all the things you missed, going up until, and you'll see what I learned in the 4 years since. So it's going to be sort of redemption or redo or something, where I take the dish and it's like, hey, it came out really well, let's see if we can make it better. It came out bad before, let's see if we can fix it. You know, that's a crappy dish, let's pick a different dish. So we're doing one night of each country back from A to Z again. The potential second night will be the U.S., the states, the 50 U.S. states, which would give us about a year plus, depending on how many weeks I decide to do more than one night. And then the third potential night is going to be sort of a grab bag, where you and I will get to pick a cuisine from somewhere, not in alphabetical order, and do something very specific that we couldn't have covered before because we just had 1 week to cook country X or country Y. So, for instance, when we did China, back before Meerkat, I did, hey, listen, I have to do one Szechuan, one Cantonese, but there's like 3 or 4 other cuisines that I just couldn't get to. When, for Pete's sake, countries with massive cuisines, France, Spain, India, Thailand, Croatia, there's so many sections of those countries with their own cuisines that I want to be able to just take one night and do, hey, let's do southern Italy, let's do, whatever part of whatever country's cuisine that I feel like getting at, that I feel like I have a good dish that I haven't gotten to before. And you can help me pick. But that is going to be coming in the second half of the year. Ta-da! Mediterranean food is the bomb. It is. Well, this is Mediterranean also. Obviously, Tunisia, right there on the Mediterranean, south of, I'm looking this upside down, south of Sardinia and Sicily. In Italy, here we have Algeria here, and Libya there, and Tunisia is right there. Carthage and the ancient Roman ruins all along the Mediterranean coast. And you can ride a camel. And you can take a cruise and you can go there. And it's a popular tourist destination. But packed properly for the modesty of the people when you're out in public. So, word to the wise. Meanwhile, I am going to get together 2 things for the dressing on this. One of them is going to be in what bowl? I just put the bowls away. Silly me. Okay, we need a cup and a half of pitted olives, but I had to find ones that did not already have pimentos in them, and I didn't want to pit full olives. Danny asked, what are we cooking? We are cooking a Tunisian chicken and onion tagine, which is a 1-pot dish, which is going to be served over rice, which is chicken, which was marinated for 4 hours in the garlic paste that we made with smashing with salt, cumin, crushed cumin seeds, turmeric, paprika, and olive oil that marinated for 4 hours. Then it's been on the stove where we seared the chicken. There were skinless, bone-in chicken breasts and thighs, and then took that out, and then put in the saffron and the onions and let that soften, and then we put the chicken back in, and then we put in lemons and water and salt and pepper. And hey, Herbie, how you doing? They do great dishes over there. Yes, they do. I just feel bad that I could only do 2 nights, because there are a couple other things I wanted to get to. I didn't get a chance. For instance, I wanted, this one record is always so loud. Excuse me. Hold on. I don't know why that is. Okay. When I played this before, it did the same thing. Herbie, they do great dishes. I wanted to do a dish on Sunday, but like I said, life happened. However, that dish would involve lamb and quince, Q-U-I-N-C-E, quince. It's sort of like, it's a fruit. However, it's very popular in the Mediterranean and the Middle East. However, people in Europe only have it in season in the fall, and it's the spring, so I couldn't find it. And they said, oh, hey, you can use unripe pears. And that would be, but then life happened, I couldn't do the dish, so that's sad. Justin! I want to say thank you for telling me to use broth instead of, oh, that's so fantastic, Justin! Yay! Hamdi! Hello, Ziani! Greetings, salam! I made a dish that required broth, and it made the dish way better. Lamb, yummy. Yes, that dish is really nice. Like I said, I feel bad that I didn't get a chance to make it, but, you know, such is life. Maybe round 2. We'll get to it. Maybe quince will be in season. You know, one of the things... Oh, what do you know? This is sealed. The issues that I have, one of the issues, is that I'm just doing... Hamdi, thank you for the restream. Hello. Is that when I get to a country, it's just defined by alphabetical order. And then I want to do this dish or that dish, which is, you know, and I only have 1 week to do it. But then I find out that, oh, this thing is out of season right now. And that's, you know, I know now that it's best if you cook stuff when it's in season and plan accordingly. So if I am doing the dishes sort of in random order, I can say, hey, listen, squash is in season now. I want to do a squash dish. And, or it's November, quince is in the stores. I'm going to do that quince thing. So I'll have that option for that third night. I am trying to get out these olives, which are going to go on top of the dish. These are pitted olives they're just pitted olives, thank goodness. Okay. We're looking for a cup, Cliffy kosher food. Hey, listen, how can I explain it? I mean, we don't keep halal, we don't keep kosher. However, something cannot, even though sort of it's the same thing, it's not, because a thing cannot be both kosher and halal, even though kind of they are, in a way, but not. Thank you for the follow. My hands are all messed up. Hey, Love Nail Polish, thank you. Don't go away. Thank you. That's a very loud record. Kim, thank you very much for the follow. Greetings. Let me wash my hands. We've got our cup and a quarter of the olives, so I got more olives than I need. Oopsie. Someone's going to need to be making martinis this week to use up those olives. I need to wash my hands. They're covered in oil now. So really not a whole lot more, which is handy. I'm making my rice. I've got my olives set out, and only really one more prep thing. So then we clean, which is very exciting. So, anyone want gigante olives? Olives gigante. And so we have our olives ready for the dressing later. And one last thing, we need to chop 3/4 of a cup of cilantro. 1/4 or 3/4? 1/4. Just trying to get a feel for how much that is. My eyesight is so crappy. That's a good deal of cilantro. So I got extra cilantro today too. And we get to use our mezzaluna. Yay! Mezzaluna, where the wind comes sweeping in. Mezzaluna, mezzaluna, mezzaluna. Mezzaluna, 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 da da. Okay, so cilantro, lots of cilantro. How are you with cilantro? Are you a person who likes cilantro? A person who thinks it tastes like soap? There are some people genetically to whom it tastes like soap. I also have a friend who genetically is, hella allergic, and he would need to be stabbed with an EpiPen if he ate this. James, hey there, good evening. I saw you there. Blue cheese stuffed olives with vodka. That's a thing. That is most definitely a thing. Without the vodka, they had them in the store, the blue cheese stuffed ones, but I did not get those. Okay, looking for 1/3 of a cup. Might as well use that. We'll see how that goes. When I cooked Iran, way back before Meerkat, I did and I think I've done it, no, only one time. but it was definitely for Iran. It's basically a salad made entirely of parsley. No, wait a minute. No, I did that again for Saudi Arabia. Now that, but I don't think that would work with coriander slash or cilantro, depending where you are, where your country of origin is. You may call this coriander. The seeds of the dish are called coriander in both places. The leaves are called cilantro here in the USA, which is one of those things I learned early when I got my recipes, since most of my recipes come from the web and other countries other than the US. So, you know, everything is always in metric, which is fine for me because I can convert it, but I wouldn't know it off the top of my head. The conversion skills, now I can just ask Siri. So I got my Hey Siri going. Is anybody going to jump up? Oh, it didn't jump up. When they were having when Apple... I speak good. When Apple was having its announcement yesterday, he was talking about Hey Siri, except when he was talking, he had to say, Hey Siri, because if he didn't, it would activate it for everyone in the room, which would have been very funny. And apparently it's happened more than once. There's that whole thing with that Amazon Echo thing. I think Stephen Colbert did a whole bit about it. How it's called Alexa. And all you have to say is, Alexa, like, turn on the stove. Do you make food from the UK? Good question. I have not done so yet. When I get to United Kingdom, it will be I believe the 3rd or 4th week of May when we hit the United Kingdom. And since we have so many fine people watching from UK, I know the pressure will be on. However, since I am limited to only a week, and the UK is one of those special circumstances where you have several countries, and if I was doing like strictly countries and not UN member states, then I would be doing a night for England, a night for Wales, a night for Scotland, a night for Northern Ireland. However, since I'm doing UK, I am going to be doing one night for England, and then one night for Scotland, and the Welsh and the Northern Irish will have to fight it out together one night. I'm hoping to do my best and not to disappoint. I'm going to stop here for a moment. I need to take some Advil because my back is starting to hurt. God, that is loud! Loud! I do not know why this record is so loud. Very irritating. I tried to mix it up, all Tunisian music, but, you know, a variety of different ones. Okay, Advil time. Be right back. Oh, I think I'm still dehydrated from my run. Yeah. But the spring breakers are out. I can tell, because there's planes flying overhead with Geico banners on the beach. It does strike me as an odd place here to come to spring break, because there isn't a whole lot of partying. There's beach. What is UK's major dish? Asks to Bella Luna. I have gotten plenty of suggestions from steak and kidney pie. Someone said shepherd's pie is very easy. I thought fish and chips. However, when I did fish and chips for New Zealand, they have a lot of hearty food. Yes, they do. I tried to do fish and chips for New Zealand, and if you look at the blog at cliffyland.com, look up the New Zealand, you'll understand why I picked fish and chips for New Zealand, among others. But it did not go well. I picked like the world's worst fish and chips recipe. I took bad advice, and it did not come out well, and I did not feel happy about that. But gonna make it up to them. You mean like rack of a lamb and stuff? Yes, all sorts of stuff. It's kind of funny that you know, Britain has that, well, you know, at least over here, that reputation for having, you know, bland, tasteless food. But I don't buy that. At Epcot, They have the different food pavilions. Fish and chips is like street food. Yes, I've done a number of street food things also. Like when I did Singapore, and when I did Thailand recently, I made sure to, because some of the best dishes were street food. South Africa, I did a phenomenal street food dish. One of the dishes I wanted to do here for Tunisia was a street food, which was a sandwich. I really want to do it. And who knows, maybe in phase 2, I'll get around to doing that. Because it looked very cool. Haggis from Scotland, that's the thing. Derek, I do not see Derek here. He usually, he is from Scotland. He was giving advice. Haggis, you know, I never had haggis because I was scared. I'm gonna own up to that. I was scared. I lived in a place in Ohio where literally right around the corner there was a Scottish bar, tavern, pub, and they served haggis. And I was way too afraid. I was way too afraid to try it. And then I went to Epcot for the Food and Wine Festival. Oh, that's what I was saying before. So Epcot in Disney World has the different actual pavilions. And they have the actual sit-down restaurants. Some, you know, cheap, some fancy, from the different countries. But every November, they have the Food and Wine Festival. Not that true. I had spicy food from Ireland. Really? That's interesting. Spicy food, I did not know that. That's good to hear. I did not... See, I am 1/32 Irish. So, between being the rest all Puerto Rican, straight from Spain, and Irish, we do not have spicy food in our genes. But as I've told the story before, Betsy! So lovely to see you, Betsy. Thank you so much for joining us. We are making a chicken and onion tagine from Tunisia. Country in number 177 of 193, night number 2 of 2. Hello, Derek. I mentioned your name, and there you appear. That's the second time you've done it. We're discussing haggis. And I was saying, and I did not confess this to you previously, that when I lived in Columbus, I lived literally around the corner from a Scottish or Scottish-themed tavern of sorts that sold haggis, and I was always too afraid to try it. And then when I went to the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, where they have extra booths for, you know, something like 20, 30 other countries where you can sample the stuff, you know, all in one day, they had a thing from Scotland, and they said, haggis. And I went, oh, I'll have it. Oh, that's lovely. And then I looked at it and went, this is no kind of haggis. This is something that's made-believe to seem sort of like haggis, but it's totally not. I mean, it was super tasty, and maybe real haggis is. I'm open to that thought. But whatever this was, it was haggis in quotes, with big giant quotes around it. I know I took out way more cilantro than I need, but I have way more cilantro than I'll ever use. And it was on sale. Mad rush on the cilantro. This is a mezzaluna, in case you're wondering. Mezzaluna meaning half moon in Italian. I love the Italiano. But this is Tunisian. Tunisian. Where, how is it? The overwhelming majority of people are of Arab Berber descent. A small percentage are of European, and there's others. There's a small Jewish community, which has some unique dishes as part of that. In fact, if you check out our Israel post on the blog, you will see, I forget the name, but there is a dish, sort of like a breakfasty dish, which originated with the Tunisian Jews, which is very popular there, and that so that had a Tunisian origin. So in a way, it kind of did a Tunisian dish before. And I can't remember, it's a shakalaka or something like that. I'm sorry for mangling the names. That's just horrific the way I do that. Cilantro, coriander, potato, and tomato, indeed. You say tomato, and I say tomato. Anna Dosky, hello is the best way to get to see you soon. Love you too, baby. Get home from work, and I don't know what you're doing today and projects. Do I know you? Anna Dosky. Thank you. That's lovely. I am making a Tunisian chicken and onion tagine as we cook country number 173 of 177 of 193. This is the second and final night of the food of Tunisia. Tomorrow the blog will be up at cliffyland.com. That's cliffyland.com. You can find pictures, links to the original recipes, links to these videos here so you can see what you missed and skip all the boring parts. And you can see information about the country. And you can catch up on the countries that you missed. What's up, Meerkat family? Greetings to one and all. Greetings to you. So nice to see you, EC. How are you doing? Huh. And we're the same age. For now, I think. No, well, almost. Yeah. Do you ever forget how old you are? Does that ever happen to anyone? Where you have to stop and think? When someone says how old you are and you have to kind of do math. Long division. Get out the calculator. Also on YouTube. Thank you, Derek. Yes, on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/cliffyland and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you can see stuff and zip past boring parts and see it. And that would be really neat. I need more subscribers. I need people. For some reason, it's weird. Sometimes they just... I've got random people lately who've been reading my blog and watching the streams on YouTube from Madagascar, which I think is phenomenal. Because I don't have Madagascar on the Meerkat. That was before I did Meerkat. Am I missing anything? Launch today Meerkat pick for your YouTube music request. That sounds cool. Have you been to Tunisia? No, I have not. The closest I've gotten was Italy. I have not been to Tunisia. I would like to take a Mediterranean cruise. Someday. It is life. This is there's life complications happening, which is why I didn't cook on Sunday. But someday the money and time and opportunity will happen that I will be able to. And, you know, hopefully the world will settle down a little bit too in the interim. But no, it looks beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful. I have several friends who've been, and I keep harping on my one friend who went to every country in the world without flying. When he was in Tunisia, he was trying to hit some countries in Africa really quickly, and he came down from Italy and Sicily in Italy, and then I think he hit Malta, but then he went to Tunisia, and he thought he could hop across the border to Libya. This is before Gaddafi left. And he couldn't. And then he thought he could hop across the border to Algeria really quickly, and he couldn't. And he was stuck. So he had to wait like a year before he could get back around to get those countries out of the way. In fact, I don't think he got to finish Libya till like towards the end, which is right before the end of Colonel Gaddafi. Let us clean up our mess here. Speaking of, be right back. It is 7:20. Derek, how goes it with you? How is life in Scotland? Does Scotland have like a cliched prefix, like merry old England does? Like the bold, brash USA has? You want to go on vacation to somewhere that it's cold today. Huahin and Talon is 33 degrees. That's where I want to be. Really? That's cool. Well, let me tell you, Derek. We are. When it's going to be very, very hot here, and after I finish Zimbabwe, we're going to be going away for a while. So you won't see me for a while because I'm going to be somewhere else. Somewhere where it's cold, which is going to be nice because I don't like hot. And Florida hot is really hot and super irritating. Which is why people from the north only come here for 3 months out of the year. Or 4 months out of the year. But usually they hit the road. They hitch up. Oh my god, it is so crazy where we live here. Been to the Ivory Coast, Perth, Australia, Abidjan. Wow, that's phenomenal. That's beautiful. I've seen some pictures of Western Africa, and I follow a number of world travelers very closely, so I keep, stalking them. And like this one guy I always keep talking about who went to every country. He even wound up with his own TV show. And he had to go through every single country on the planet. Without flying. Without flying. He got the world record for that. Without flying, imagine. Only by land and sea. Beware. Amadi, greetings, salam. Thank you for liking the restream. So, we're sitting here and cleaning because now we're just kind of waiting. So, let me put you where I can see you while I do that. And you can keep me company while we wait for A, the company, and B, oh, the husband's coming with the dessert and the work friend. That's good. It's Botany Scotland, that's it. As I call it, or not so sunny Scotland. Botany Scotland. Aye, Faith in Bigorra, that is good news. Well, all I ever learned originally from Scotland was from I Love Lucy. McGillicuddy is here. McGillicuddy is here. Although, one of my best friends, who I haven't seen in a while though, her husband is from Scotland. She went and did her internship in Scotland. I got splashed in the face. So she married a Scotsman and brought him back with her. Lovely man. Hong Kong, Busan, Korea, my Uncle Sam took me around the world tour. Yeah, that's very cool. I have a friend who was in the Navy who spent a crazy amount of time in Japan, and I keep thinking of places, and he's, oh yes, I was there too. I'm like, oh really? So he was mostly in the Pacific, it feels like. I love it there. My daughter's is Bonnie. Oh, that's cute. Where are you from? Me? I'm Puerto Rican. I'm in and from South Florida. We're in Jupiter, Florida, right now, which is about the northern end. You're a bull, laddie. Ah. Oh, I was in Brigadoon, too. I did the sound for Brigadoon in college. But no, I am from South Florida. I am from Miami. We're in Jupiter, which is about 2 hours north of Miami, depending on traffic and where you're going. So where we are, it's Miami is crazy and loud, and for the USA, it has, I think it's probably just for the USA, though who knows, it could be the world. But for the USA, the highest percentage, the largest city with the highest percentage of people born outside the country is Miami, Florida. Which is crazy. I mean, I love it. I love it, but it's changed so much since I was a kid. I mean, when I was a kid, the Cubans were arriving. It's kind of ironic now that we have the news the last couple days. Things I never thought I would live to see. But it's mostly Cubans. We're Puerto Rican in Miami. But now, and then after a while, like the Nicaraguans arrived, and but now it's everybody. It's you are from Kurdistan. Oh yes. We have so many people from Kurdistan. Thank you so much for being here. I like it very much. When I did the food of Iran, I purposely did one from Kurdistan, from the northern part of Iraq. I think it's been a while. It's been a couple of years, but I think I made the conscious decision to cook a dish from there. Or at least I investigated, but I think I did. I cannot remember what I did. I apologize for that. But I have seen your... I've looked at all the pictures of your capital, because my world traveling friend again. He spent a little time there. He needed to, get to Iraq, and this is, a few years ago. But he went there, and it was lovely, and I saw all the pictures, and the capital, and the main plaza there, and it looks very nice. Are you now Kurdistan? Or are you now Kurdistan? I am not. I think you are. Maybe? Yes, and I moved to Broward, haha. Oh, geez, you're in Broward, Bella? That would be funny. Are you really? I did not know that we had more. I know Jostin. Oh, that's what I need to do. Jostin is from, is in Broward. But I just kept talking about having a little mirror up. Goni no die that. Goni no die that. Hutzman, hod your wished. Hutzman, hod your wished. I know the Hutzman, I've heard that one. And I'm getting the phonetic one a little messed up on the other one. Wow, really, that's funny. Because I talked to Jostin and I said, oh, we need to have a mirror up of the people in South Florida. And it never happened. He's in Hollywood. Yes, he is. And I'm in Jupiter. And you're in Broward. We're in Broward, if you care to share that information. Yasuka, Japan, Hawaii, Philippines, landed in Alameda, California. We have such a good life here in the US of A. Yeah, well, yeah. Yep. So I'm going to be taking a break from it for a while. But that is after I'm finished with Zimbabwe. In Pembroke Pines. Indeed. I drive past it every other weekend. We're going to be driving past it again on Saturday and Sunday. Broward County is where cops, reality, yes! And, whatchamacallit, there was a trashy motel that was featured, I think, in the first episode or whatever, or lots of things happened. I never watched it, so I don't know. But this trashy motel, which became famous for cops, is being torn down. They're going to build something else. It's it's trashy, but it looks kind of vintagey at the same time. We have a war here. Yes, yes you do. And good luck to you on that. I cannot imagine what it must be like. Be strong. Stop and say hi. Yes, Bella says stop and say hi. Yeah, again, and now we follow each other on Twitter, I assume. You're ready to be a world traveler, right? Well, when I was a kid, I traveled more than your average kid in the U.S. would. I went to many places, and I was lucky to do that. As an adult, life has made things complicated. So now I sort of travel by stove, and I travel vicariously through other people who go to every country. And I am friends with one of them and working on a joint project now. But I feel bad that I don't actually get to go to these other countries myself. But, life is complicated. But someday. And I will be, doing a little bit of it once we finish Zimbabwe. If things don't go sideways. So, we'll see. I'm emptying the dishwasher while I talk because I'm waiting, So, thank you so much for keeping me company. Yes, you're very welcome. It's so interesting seeing so many people from Kurdistan on Meerkat now. I don't know how that happened so quickly. And I see the people's streams, and but I feel I can't talk because, I don't know how to communicate. Excited, starting a new job in 2 weeks. Oh, that's good for you. That's soon, I believe, for you. Good. Good, Derek. That's lovely. I hope you enjoy the job. This world is such a strange and complicated place. It is. Look, see, I even have a world-traveling mug from The Amazing Race. So you got your Kurdistan right there. Yeah. Under my big fat thumb. So, dippy-dippy-dee. While we wait, I am doing a fundraiser for, wait for it. Well, we're gonna find out what she's doing a fundraiser for. Yeah, but I'm excited. There's for cancer this weekend. Drop by and get cupcakes. It being a holiday weekend, I do have a bunch of things lined up, but you never know as we go back and forth. So tweet me, DM me the deets, and we'll see if I can stop by on the way up or down. Could happen. You never know. Because like I said, every other weekend I'm going up and down. And I stopped by in Broward County on my way back up. You know, the county that we're in, which is Palm Beach County, Florida. I did not know this. As I drive by, I drive through it, I drive across it. It takes me so long to get out of it that I found out that not only is it the largest sort of county with the population of any kind. There's some in Maine that are really big, but they're mostly forests and lakes. But the largest county in the US of A. And it's so large, it's bigger than the state of Rhode Island, and it is almost as large as the state of Delaware, which makes it bigger than a whole lot of countries. Which it's a big county. It's so big that we kind of have 2 county seats because you can't get to, you know, you have to get, if you have jury duty, you go to the one that's near you, not the one that's far. Asim, greetings, salam. Thank you for joining us. We are waiting on our chicken tagine from Tunisia to cook, and we're waiting on our dessert and on our guests to arrive. Danny, how's up? What are you doing? But it is warm in here. It is warm. Give me 1 second. I need to remedy this. Oh my goodness, it's warm. That's not good. Okay, we had a cold snap, which is nice. Yesterday the weather was nice. I had the windows open. It was like in the 60s. Phenomenal. And now it's probably going to go back up to the 80s and stay there until like November. If you and your husband were heading to Scotland, somewhere cold, dinner on me. Yeah, well, you never know. I have this wacky idea in my head that someday I'm going to go, you know, around the country in a self-driving Winnebago. That's how long it'll be. There'll be self-driving Winnebagos. And the U.S., and I'll get to see all like my Facebook friends, and then kind of go around the world and see all my Facebook Meerkat friends. And that would be my adventure, which would be fun. But like I said, I still haven't met the 2 people that are anywhere near me. Well, 3 people, actually. Although a couple of them aren't up here cutting mine. Here's the company. Yay!
Ooh, it does.
Yes. Ah. Ta-da. So one moment while I greet the guests.
Cliff, this is Elaine. And
Hello,
Cliff
Elaine.
O'Neill.
Hey, so lovely.
Nice meeting you. Thank you so much for
Yes,
having
welcome.
me.
We're live online right now.
Oh, cool.
So,
And,
right, yay! Would you like to say hello to everyone?
Sure.
Yes. Say hello to the world.
Hey, how's it going?
So we have our guests, and our food is kind of ready actually.
Oh, wow.
So we're good to go as soon as we set the table and I put this away. Eh. My hair looks so weird on here.
I'm going to open this door.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had the temperature was really cool, and so I had the air off, and I forgot to turn it back down again until just now. So that's why it's so warm in here. I was wondering what the heck was going on. Surprise!
Can I help?
No, I think we're okay. Just doing the final plating here.
Cool.
So I'm going to move everyone. Stand up. Watch me. Lift your head. Lift. Whoa! Watch it go. And rest. Hon, vis-a-vis the plate issue.
Yes.
Are we doing like one green?
I guess, sure.
Okay. We are. Bella says, "Have a great time." And so we need to buy. Now that we actually have guests coming, we need to buy a third one of our fancy picture plates. Until then, we're mismatched. Oopsie doopsie. is me. I have to do my running monologue while I'm doing this. To entertain everyone, plus to not activate the copyright gods. On YouTube, they go, you can't use that.
He plays the music of whatever he's...
Yes. So, we have hot rice. This is our jasmine rice, which we had in our rice cooker, which is nicely cooked now. And I always forget to fluff it with the fork. So this time I'm not going to forget. Oopsie doopsie. Okay, fluffing. There we go. Nice and fluffy. Okay, now we serve. I have to remember not to touch the hot with my hands because I always burn my hands when I do that. Should I? You know what? I'm gonna do the thing, the ramekin thing. Yep, might work a little better. I thought of serving it on top, but I don't think that's saucy enough to merit that. So, yes, we have people watching from, we got Scotland, we have Kurdistan.
Wow.
But there's surprisingly, recently, I don't know how it happened, but recently a significant number of people from Kurdistan have sort of mentioned the, have caught on to Meerkat and are on. We have to make Scotland, and I appear mentioned husband also and he appeared. Indeed, it's salad time. Yeah, it would be, but I don't have a salad. Okay,
I'm sorry we didn't stop.
it's okay. I thought of making a salad, but this couscous salad that I found for Tunisia was like 1,000 steps, and I said there's no way I can get both those things done at the same time. So I did not, alas. But there should be plenty.
There always is.
Plenty of food. Yes, there's always lots of leftovers. In fact, I still have leftover couscous from Saturday. Not the stuff that went on the couscous, but the couscous itself. We go couscous for Cocoa Puffs. Okay. Rice. Come on. Alright, and upsy daisy, and you flip it. Hello, hello. Okay, number 2, and I'm gonna get for myself number 3. And again, don't burn your hands.
I did that.
I do that all the time. I'm just grabbing it and going, oh God, cast iron, that'll do it to you. That will definitely do it to you. And I just got a cast iron just recently, so I'm so paranoid of that. But
They're amazing.
but I put it in the oven, and then I take it out with my bare hands. That's a fun one.
Oh no.
Or I open the oven, I stick I stick my face right in the oven. I'm like, oh yay!
That's one of his Christmas gifts.
Yes, it was. I wanted cast iron for so long. Who do we have here? Sean, greetings, hello, salam. Thank you for the like. And ow, my fingers burning. Enjoy your meal and your company. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thanks for a great stream. Thank you, as always, Derek, for watching. I see good food and family good times. Thanks for sharing, Cliffhand. Yes, now you're going to get to see the actual plating, the actual dish. Ow, ow, ow. Don't go away, unless you have to go away. Because here is our dish. Ow. Ta-dee. It's the chicken onion tagine. So let's get the rice out of the way. Rice, I said, my hand is not working today. You just watch that. Okay. Okay, here. You can sit in there while I do that. Okay, here we go. Tongs. You get a thigh. And get a drumstick. And then I gotta get some of the good stuff. I should probably use scoop for that. Come back. Alright. Gotta get some of the onions and the lemons that this is being cooked in. Because otherwise, what's the point, right? This is the one for me, so it's not on the pretty plate. So that's one on the green plate. Thanks for streaming, Cliffy. Glad I saw it all plus earlier as well. Yes, Paul, thank you so much for giving me hello.
Make sure it's clean.
Greetings, Mohammed. Salam. And now we have number 2. Are any girls on here? This really wouldn't be the place for that. But thank you for sharing. And our thigh, let's get another drumstick in there too, and some of the juice. How are you? I am doing fine. We are finishing up our chicken tagine from Tunisia, which is week and country number 177 of 193 UN member states that we are cooking. Come on. I love your mom. Oh, thank you. Well, no. Well, my mom has been on here, but she's not here now. But thank you. And and if I golly gee, look at that. Just enough food. And stay.
So what's with the olives sitting over here?
Oh yes, that's dressing.
Good.
Yes, you need to dress the dish. Thanks for mentioning it, because I almost forgot. Okay, I need to clean the plates, and then I need to dress the plates, and for that, I'm going to bring you back over here so you can see. And who is our friendly little friend here? Hello, friendly little friend. Is that you? Yeah. Charmer. Hold on. Bye-bye. Okay, meanwhile, we have our plating going on here, and we're going to get our olives and cilantro, and we're all cockeyed. You cook better than your mom. Yes, I do. Yes, my mom, sweet as she is, and she admits it, she never learned to cook, so I never learned to cook. And she thinks it's funny that I am a cook now, since she says I was never even in the kitchen as a visitor, that I would be cooking. But she's been on here watching sometimes before. So, yeah, thank you, Lydia. Block party! And the olives. So we address it with a few more olives here. Olives.
Hey, look at that, you kept up with the dishes.
Yes, I had plenty of time. So I wasn't doing like a second dish in the interim. So olives and cilantro. Thank you, Lydia, again. I just realized I put activated the night mode on the new iOS, and so I was wondering, why is everything tinted like sepia tone now? Like, because I did that.
Those are keeping plates.
So what?
You're keeping plates of dinner.
No, don't have to do that. Is that okay?
Beautiful.
Okay.
It smells amazing.
Oh, good. Well, we're about to take a couple pictures and then show it to the folks, and then it's time to eat. Whoa, that's a great dish. Thank you. It looks good. It smells good. And now, which one is the prettier? Who gets to be the pretty one in the picture? You get to get your picture taken. Okay. Here you go. Okay. Sorry about your sister. And 1, 2, 3. Tagine. Okay, there we go. So here you have it, our chicken tagine from Tunisia. There's one, there's two right there. So, I forgot to send you a happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes. Well, happy belated St. Patrick's Day to you. Okay, so that's it for Tunisia. Look for the blog tomorrow, Wednesday night, at cliffyland.com. You can follow on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, on Twitter, on Tumblr, and on YouTube. You can find us on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube/Cliffyland and subscribe there. Look for the blog tomorrow. It will have pictures, links to the original recipes, videos, reviews of how everything went, information about the country, and you can catch up on the countries that you missed. Wow, linguistic reports are very interesting. So that does it. And see you next time when we cook the food. It's a biggie. It's one of the biggest ones so far, is turkey. We're cooking turkey. So, lots of pressure. We have people from Turkey watching. So, till then.